But one last thing for this week, we had the Rivian here.
Yeah.
We had the Rivian R1T here in the flesh, the electric pickup truck from the California startup. Now, the whole crew's seen it now. You sat in it. We've driven it around for a bit. I've made a full 20-minute video somehow. I didn't realize I had that much to say about this truck, but I did. And that was the most fun I've ever had driving a truck. And if you put a gun in my head right now and said Cybertruck or Rivian, I would honestly pick the Rivian. It is sick. It's so fun.
I still think way too many people are excited for Cybertruck and don't know what they're getting themselves into.
That massive
as
truck.
cool as Cybertruck is, and for the people that it's made for, it will be great. That is not a truck for the average person.
Yeah. It's massive. F-150 Lightning, even, very massive. GMC makes that Hummer. Obviously, the Hummer is massive. So the number one thing the Rivian has going for it is it's a compact pickup truck. It's like a 4.5-foot bed. It's a very maneuverable truck relative to other trucks, of course.
Yeah.
But oh man, it's fun. It's so fun.
You're not buying it if you are like a truck person, if that makes sense. I do like that their marketing is this is more of like an adventure thing. Like the truck bed is a benefit.
Yeah, it's not. This is not a work truck.
No.
Yeah, it's an adventure vehicle, is what they call it, basically. So wow, I don't know if we even have enough time to go into all the details about
Let's
it.
just
but
go quick.
Definitely watch the video. It's fun, but like they have every little thing geared towards adventure. From the colors, we tested the blue one, but there's some other kind of adventure-y colors, I think.
And on that, they do these like yellow accent with their logo and the stuff on the side. So yeah. I like the blue, and I love the blue with the yellow accent. The yellow calipers, the yellow
brakes.
Yeah, everything looks so good.
So the design is kind of like this retro future thing, and I included this tweet in the video, and I think it's perfect. Someone said, it looks like this truck is like 50 years old and brand new at the same time, because it has this weird like Volkswagen bus type shape, but it also is a huge light bar and LEDs and like a new truck look. And it's electric, so it's interesting. It grew on me. I didn't love it at first, but it grew on me.
Also, it's still not.
I don't think it's a sexy truck.
I like aggressive. I like aggressive looking things, and not like crazy overly aggressive like Lamborghini stuff like that.
Urus?
No, I'm not a Cybertruck fan. So from the side profile, absolutely love it. It looks so good. The light bar kind of like comes over to the side, so you can kind of see it in the front, and that gives it that kind of like harder edge, meaner look to it, while still being like, not insanely boxy and everything.
But the front looks like it's like wearing glasses, like a grandma.
So that's the only thing, and I like it. I'm not saying I don't like it. I still like the design of it. It just has this kind of like, I don't know if tacky is the right word, but it looks like it's trying to be an outlet. And to me, it's like, we're from the future. We're electrical. Plug me in. And I don't know.
It's
like
funny,
that. Yeah. Thinking of it all like that, I don't love it. But besides that little gripe, I love this.
The bar on the front.
I love this.
The bar on the front is LEDs, and when you plug it into charge, it lights up green and pulses.
Okay, but still not as cool as the Hummer that the lights like ticked up like a battery. That was the coolest. But that is still very
could have sworn somewhere I thought I saw that the Rivian was going to do like a progress bar green, and I guess
like across the front.
Yeah, maybe that was a concept or something, but that would have been cool. But it just pulsed, which is whatever. It's pulsing and it's sitting there green. I've never gotten more looks and questions about anything I've driven.
So different.
Ever. I've driven the 720S daily. I've driven it around regular streets. I've driven the NSX. I've driven obviously other Teslas. The Cybertruck's going to get the same thing, but I drove this to like go get dinner. I drove this around like my home neighborhood. My neighbor has a truck. Immediately he was like, "What is that?" Like people just pointing from their cars, and I can see them like, "Oh, what is that?" It's got to be the lights, but it's also just the whole like
it's the lights.
Electric
it's
truck
for sure
thing.
The lights, and just like the sportier. I know there are sportier colors on trucks, but like you don't see it as often. You see so many black, silver, white trucks, and having this like blue, yellow accent truck is like a bit different.
It definitely stood out. The specs are pretty simple. 314 miles of range. You're going to do, public charging and home charging for now. They're building out as of right now, they're starting to build out the Rivian Adventure Network, which I would describe as like kind of like the Tesla Supercharger network, but for Rivians.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I assumed it was more like forward pass, whereas like we're using other things and you're getting like information based on a different infrastructure.
Yeah,
they're building their own.
They're building their own charging infrastructure.
Is it
cool.
What is it, CHAdeMO or CCS?
I think it's CCS.
CCS.
I think it's CCS. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it'll be just for Rivians. It'll plug into all the info, will be in the app and everything. It'll be like their own first-party, well-integrated network. And it's the adventure network, so it'll be in a lot of places, not like Tesla's where they're along the like road trip stuff, but they're more in like adventure-y places, maybe campsites, maybe a lot of those stops on the way to campsites or popular camp locations. So that's kind of a neat like version.
I'll be interested to see how that happens. If it is like something where you're using, Electrify America most of the time and they're giving you some extra, like out in the wilderness kind of stuff. But then you also have to think the super adventure things are really out in the wilderness where like, I mean,
like far from a charger.
I highly doubt they're going to get in any national parks or anything.
I think maybe they said one or two. Yeah.
I mean, like I could see like Yosemite at like the main like Valley Lodge area or something like that. But most of these campsites, like you're not getting cell signal out there. You're barely getting running water in all the bathrooms in there. Like to now be a startup and pop up these chargers seems a little tough, but I guess there's RV campers and stuff in a lot of those places that they'll give you electric too, but we'll see how that does.
We'll see. It's brand new. None of them exist yet. We're just getting that started, but that's the idea. But I think the 314 miles of range is the important spec. That's pretty good.
And they have something called like a max package where it looks like in the future 400 miles.
Yeah, they're offering a $10,000 upgrade for 400 plus miles, but that's not shipping yet. I'll believe it when I see it. Okay. I don't know when that's going to come out.
That would be, oh my goodness.
That sounds great. 10 grand for an extra 100 miles sounds awesome.
I mean, I'm already looking at this as a very expensive truck that
it is,
so like in my fantasy world where I'm getting this, of course I'm going to spend extra 10 grand.
It starts at like 70, FYI. So
it's expensive.
It's a pricey truck. But I'll also toss in quad motors, torque vectoring, 0 to 60 in 3 seconds flat. Jesus Christ, this truck is fast. It's wild. It's hilarious that a truck can be that fast. And I don't want to describe what I did on the highway in too much detail, but it shouldn't be able to do what it does on the highway.
It's whole awesome. EV truck thing, like we're now at the point where a lot of people have experienced like electric launch in like a car, but the truck world is just gonna be confused. Like that's what's so weird about it.
I did a launch. Launch control.
Yeah.
It's a pickup truck.
There are people who mod trucks that this does happen. Please comments. We understand that this can happen in a truck.
My grandfather raced pickup trucks.
Yeah, it is just not a common thing though. And we all can agree with that it's just going to be really weird when you pull up to a light when somebody's like modded Lancer or like STI or something, and they're
you just
like
pull off in the truck,
you just torch them in a pickup truck. It'll be hilarious,
and silently too. It's not like the old, like my grandfather drag raced pickup trucks, and actually he drag raced an old F-150 Lightning. I remember.
Oh yeah,
which is kind of awesome. It was the performance version, but that's like a loud, obvious thing that's happening. Where this would just be like you just take off, and it's just
So what was kind of interesting though is because it was on the off-road tires, which I do think they said get less range, obviously, but
10 to 15% less
road noise on that. It's like it almost feels like you do have some noise. Obviously not like combustion engine noise, but there was a lot of road noise when we had the windows open and you were really hitting it.
You can hear it.
Yeah, but overall, this truck, like with the gear tunnel, with the it has like lights in the back, it has like its own cover. I forget what they called it. Something like that. It just had the Bluetooth speaker, the flashlight in the side, just like the extra space under the seats. The front trunk was good. I still like the F-150 front trunk better because it lowers it down a little bit and you can kind of like sit on it. But like
air compressor.
But for me, as somebody who
flashlight, Bluetooth speaker.
It's like for me as somebody who kind of thought about the F-150, realized it's just too big as a commuting. This feels like kind of now that in between of like, I'm kind of on the fence in the commuting aspect of like a like crossover, but like kind of want the extra bed,
right?
Like a truck bed would be awesome. That could commute and be fine. I still wouldn't drive in like the city, but for like my 50-minute commute, absolutely love the Rivian. It's totally converted.
I found it, I know the city question is obviously mostly a parking question, but I found it very maneuverable because of the torque vectoring. It had a pretty tight turning radius. Like I never had any problems parking it. I don't drive a truck very much. I was very impressed by that.
Mm-hmm. But parking would still be miserable.
Parking would still be tough.
I mean, that's just that's
the reality of the city. I think the gear tunnel is the coolest, smartest thing that they could have done because it leans directly into the adventure stuff, which is the Rivian stuff. But it's also just like extra storage and a cool EV thing.
And just like for you and I, we've both played Ultimate. My new hobby has the same thing where it's just like we play a sport where we have another pair of shoes, cleats, climbing shoes. They smell miserable.
And you don't want to put it in storage.
Yeah. So
that is isolated.
Literally sealed storage where I don't have to accidentally forget them in my trunk and then gag as I get into the car the next day. Sounds fantastic.
Yeah. So this is, and you can get a camp kitchen attached to it. You can attach like a weight to it.
Do we know if those are available? And now I think I'm kind of thinking this because Tesla's been our main EV thing, and Tesla really likes to sell you right off the bat and not give you options later. Camp stove you can get like later.
$5,000 option.
Whenever.
Haven't seen it delivered yet, but you can add it in the configurator.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. $5,000 is a lot of money, but the package it comes with, like you should go read the package. It has it has the stove, it has like the little sink and the water container, but it also comes with, Adam, what's the company of all the...
Snow Peak.
Never heard of the company before, but a bunch of really, really nice, I'm talking like $50 to $100 mugs and like camp cups and
like
stuff
cutlery.
Like that. Yeah. Really, really nice.
This truck is fun.
I would love it. I could totally see myself in the next couple of years possibly picking it up. Yeah. So it's been a really busy week. Marques has been here like all night editing. He's very tired right now, so I'm trying to not wake him up. But if you want to click that subscribe button so we can make more content so you can, when he wakes up, he's awake. Okay, yeah, click the subscribe button. Hey, morning. You know what day it is?
It's still Techtober, isn't it?
It is.
Let's go.
Click the subscribe button, click the like button, comment below. Get ready for more sick tech stuff. This camera. Just, yeah. Bye.